Thank you for coming by my YouTube site. Today is November 30th, 2014. Unbelievable. I mean, doesn't it seem like it was just yesterday when it was Halloween? And already November's gone. I mean, it's the 30th of November. That means we're rolling into December and Christmas is going to be here in like a couple of weeks. It's amazing. So anyway, this video, I'm going to talk to you about Scientology, the theory of nothing. The reason why I'm bringing it up is I had a wonderful Thanksgiving spent with my son and then some friends. And then right now I just saw Nancy Maney and Jesse Prince, and that was wonderful. And it's just the people that are outside of Scientology are doing so well and happy, and it's like every time we get together we have a really, really good time, and we can do whatever we want and we can say whatever we want. But when you're in the Church of Scientology, it's very, very restrictive. And this is about Scientology, the theory of nothing, because on Thanksgiving we went to see Stephen Hawking's The Theory of Everything, right? It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. But the theory of nothing, which is Scientology, comes from people saying to me, and they always say it with the same tone, I don't really know what Scientology is. And I always say, and guess what? That's by design. L. Ron Hubbard said, make it a mystery sandwich, and so people have to come in. And once they're in, then they can pound you and get your money and get you signed up and make you feel guilty and make you feel like there's something wrong with you, and Scientology can fix it. But here's the tricky part. A, they don't tell you that they can't really fix it. B, if they do not fix it and you want to leave, they don't really let you know that they're going to slime you to death if you ever say anything bad about L. Ron Hubbard or Scientology. C, they don't really care about people. They don't have compassion. I used to go out, because they do have food drives and things like that around this time of the year, so they care, right? But I'd go out and give out the food. I'd come back. The only thing the executives would say every single time is, did we get any press? Did they mention L. Ron Hubbard? That's all they cared about. They didn't care. They never asked, how are the people? Do they need more food? Do they need more clothing? They never, ever asked that. It was pretty scary for me. It really was. Once you're out, here's a guy named Joel Phillips. This is what he looks like. And he's a businessman right here in Burbank. And he says he runs what their site called Religious Freedom Watch. Nothing could be farther from the truth. It has nothing to do with religion. It's the thing where they just basically slime anybody that is speaking out, like myself, exposing the truth about their church that isn't a church. And that's the other thing that people don't know. It's not really a church. Yes, they have their church status, which God knows how long that's going to last. Hopefully not that long for nonprofit, because they're a total business. Everything that you do in Scientology, you have to pay for. Everything. They have one seminar that I used to put on, which is a free Dianetic seminar. That's it. After that, even the free stress test, right away they're trying to sell you a Dianetics book. That's the beginning of it. It isn't free. It's by the book. Okay, so I leave. Look what they said around to all my neighbors. Now, luckily, my next door neighbor was an ex-Jehovah's Witness. So he and I used to talk about, they do this kind of stuff. I didn't think they'd be this low, but they did. They went around, put these on every single doorstep on my block. Now, my neighbor was pretty cool because he was an ex-Jehovah's Witness, so he went around with his girlfriend. They picked them all up and brought them over to my house. But here it is. This is it. Religious Freedom Watch on Tori Chrisman. Some facts Tori Chrisman won't discuss. Now, look at all the things I've underlined. All those things are lies. Flat out lies. It's just about everything in it is a lie or twisted thing, one way or the other. I spent a little time on it because I was going to, write it up. And then I thought, oh, who cares? Anybody who would read this Now here's page 2. More lies, more just BS. Just on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I made a video. If you really want to know about it, you can look it up on Magoo, Tori Magoo 44. This is page 3. I mean, to me, it's funny. It's just funny that these knuckleheads would, and who's it written by? Oh, this is the letter from my ex-husband, Harold Bazazian. Now, first of all, I don't think he wrote that. I really don't. But if he did, it's filled with lies anyway. And he knows it. You know it, Harold Bazazian. I don't think he wrote it. I really don't. I think they put it together because it's just a bunch of flat out lies about me, and he knows the truth about it. I didn't want to get off my medication. Right. I wanted to have those grand mal seizures. That's right. And I had an affair too. And I've said it for many, many years. As soon as they started saying that, I said, bring him over. I'd like to meet who I had an affair with. And all the money of my husband's that I've spent from QVC. Come on over to my house and you can look around and see what are all the things that I've spent my money on at QVC. I mean, here's my jewelry. They're like $10 rings that my dear friend brings me to a gift show, and I get wholesale gift show, so I get them wholesale. Here's my little necklace that I got at the gift show. It's like, please. I'm not saying I never did stuff, because I've done a lot of stuff. But the truth is, I've told everybody what I've done. So they're not secrets. So they can't really, be saying, oh, Tori did X, Y, and Z, because everybody knows it. They're going to be like, okay, so what? All it's going to do is make them look as petty as they are. So they are the theory of nothing, because they don't really have anything. The things that are good have been great in other philosophies, other great people have already written about them, spoken about them, or said them. It's nothing new that L. Ron Hubbard came out with. I mean, the way to happiness is basically a takeoff on the 10 Commandments. OT3, somebody tracked down, it was written many, I think in the 1800s, somebody had written something very similar. It's just like each one of the things. They're not really Hubbard's. I mean, he took them, he repackaged them, and he put his name on it, saying he wrote them. He didn't. In the way old days, when I got in '69, he used to acknowledge all these people that helped him and that he learned from, and that he took information from. He did. He used to say that. But now it's really twisted around to where, first of all, Danny Sherman, give me a break with the L. Ron Hubbard biography. It's like, this guy, you might as well just put a red cape on him and have him be flying across the events, like Superman or something like that. It's pathetic. It really is. But it really is the theory of nothing. There's nothing there. For people that are thinking, well, maybe I should. I talk to people a lot who are like, well, I was thinking about going in. I'm like, it costs a lot of money. If you're black, I could put money on it that somewhere in your genetic line, someone in your family has been in part of being slavery. Either a slave or, in that line. And that's what Scientology is. If you want to join the Sea Org, it's a slave camp. That's what it is. You work and you work and you work. And they tell you how much you're helping mankind. How? You question it? Uh-oh. You're off to ethics, baby. And if you keep at it, you're off to the RPF, which is the super slave camp. And I'm talking, running around a pole all day long. Or, let's not forget the hole, where you're locked in the hole. Locked in all day, all night. I talked to Claire Headley. She was there. She said, we slept underneath our desks at night. She told me, she said, Tori, the RPF, which is their Rehabilitation Project Force, which is the super slave camp, is an upgrade from the hole. I said, how can that be? She said, think about it. On the RPF, at least you were outside half a day and you're co-auditing half a day. Whereas which is like counseling with each other. Whereas in the hole, they're just locked in. That's it. They don't have any windows. It's awful. It's really, really awful. And Scientology is getting away with that as a nonprofit church. That's a church? Please. Come on. No, it's the theory of nothing. That's what the Church of Scientology is. It is nothing. They have nothing to give you. They don't help people. They don't care. They harm a lot of people. A lot of people die in the Church of Scientology. People commit suicide. I personally know 12 young people who've taken their own lives. Me personally, Tori. That's awful. That's awful. Now they'll say, oh, lots of people commit suicide. No, they don't. Not where one person. Think of it. Do you know 12 young people that have taken their own lives? Why would they? I think it's because they can't get out. They do their thing, which I've showed you guys before, but if you didn't see it, they declare people suppressive, write up a bunch of lies about them, just like this, which you can see over on Xenu.net if you want to read it. My SP declares over there. But it's just a bunch of flat out lies. I didn't get paid by anybody. Nobody's paying me. That's one of the funniest things. Oh, yeah, the psychs are paying Tori. Really? Oh, yeah. And the people inside the Church of Scientology believe this stuff is frightening to me. It's like, did they vacuum out your head? Wake up. David Miscavige does not care about you. This guy, that gave $50 million now or something like that, so he could have his giant new trophy. Are you serious? I'll put the link for Tony Ortega on it about it. Read about it if you haven't seen it. It's unbelievable. Done. I think it's Dunnigan. Something like that. I forget his name. But anyway, come on. What? Give your money to some charities where they're really helping people. Or at least track down where are they really helping people. Oh, they got the Dianetics out in Africa. So what? Dianetics doesn't help anybody. Show me one clear. Can you show me a clear? Oh, you're clear. Really? Like Jason McGay said, show me a motherfucking clear. That's the truth. I'm going to put Jason McGay's link on here too. It's a great interview. I was there. Fantastic. And it's true. All right. So anyway, there you go. It's the theory of nothing. It is nothing. I know they'll say it is something, but it isn't. It's nothing. It's NOTHING, nothing. That's Scientology. That is the Church of Scientology. And actually, it's worse than nothing because they do all these creepy things like I told you where they, where this guy says he runs Religious Freedom Watch. Really? He's supposed to be a businessman, and he's out writing these flat out lies about me and tons of other people. That's not too cool, Joel. We're going to do something about that. You're declaring people suppressive like this. It's got a lot of very dark sides. They do fair game. L. Ron Hubbard said you can lie, cheat, steal, destroy someone utterly if they speak out against Hubbard or the Church of Scientology. That's pretty frightening when you think that's supposed to be a religion. Really think about it. Do your research, read, look, listen, look at all the information. I say it over and over and over. TikTok, time is on our side. And that's for you, Davy boy. All right. I love you guys. Thank you to all of you for coming to my YouTube site and anybody who's speaking out and helping expose this insidious, phony business pretending to be a religion. Scientology. Peace out. Take care.